Hey y'all, we are back with another dense update. This update is sponsored by Biomax Peptides and Herd Athletics. Here we go. The barbell spin getting a lot of heat on Instagram these days. They posted this about Tier SoCal. Rumor has it that athletes of the North America team didn't want to compete if Alex Gazan didn't withdraw. Now, when I first see this, I'm thinking, oh shit. Barbell spin, got a screenshot of something an athlete said to someone else. Because even though he says it's a rumor, I think it's something that actually happened. I think it was only one athlete, not athletes, but that's just me speculating. Jason Hopper quickly going to the comment section and saying,
no one person on the team said anything remotely close to that, bud.
I see that and I'm thinking,
you sure about that?
Justin Kotler replied to Jason's comment and said, it's okay nowadays to just make shit up and call it news. Don't you know that? Tyler Watkins weighs in with his comment. Let's think about the incentive here. Spin only gets heat for this. Do you think he would just post that if it wasn't true? For what? Which is a great point, and which is what I immediately thought when I saw it. He likely has first-hand account of an athlete saying that. And just because that person may not have said it to Jason Hopper doesn't mean it didn't happen.
There were at least 2 incidents this year where information came to our group where athletes were diming out people, athletes who are very, very close to them, that if you found out, you would be like, what the fuck? It would completely change your fucking perception of those athletes.
The barbell spin, Andrew Hiller has said it, I have said it. We're not gonna out our sources. If the sources are passing along this information, they wanna remain anonymous. I also noticed the CBG nutrition guy, I can't remember what his name is. He works with athletes like Danielle Brandon. And he commented,
said no one on the team said that. And all that reveals to me is that someone did say it. Because I say, how do you know? And then he responds with, because I'm smooth like that and I know the source he's talking about. All that convinces me is that they did say it.
That also makes me think, oh, it definitely happened. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, what's the problem if someone said that? And if I were on that team and I was one of those athletes and I was going to be competing at tier with that much money on the line, and I want to defend our title from last year, and you have Team World who has Tia Toomey, Amy Kringle, Gracie Walton, Roman Krennikov, Ricky Garrard. I mean, they've got a stacked team. They're going to be hard to beat. You want to have the best possible team to go into this. You want everyone healthy. You want everyone there ready to fight. You want that money. And so I would have no problem on a team Zoom meeting being like, hey, everybody let me know, how are we doing? Who's injured? Who's not injured? How are you feeling? Are you capable of doing this and this and this? Surely they're strategizing the events that they're doing. They're not just going to wing it and wait till they get there. Definitely something that the team should be thinking about. And nobody should be offended by that. Nobody wants to be on the losing team. I wish the athlete who said it had the balls to say it publicly. That's what people need to hear. This is competition. This is sport. It's one of those situations where the people who are quick to rush to the comment section are going to be eating their words. The barbell spin also posted that the CrossFit Games is going to be making an early announcement this year, likely the earliest they've ever made in regards to next year's season. The Games team is also collaborating with Tier and taking advantage of the fact that a lot of Games athletes are going to be on site there, and they're going to have a live Q&A and discussion with those athletes. So I am curious to see what that announcement is next week. Now, in my last update, I mentioned that the European director of the World Fitness Project was on with Pedro of Coffee Pods and Wads, and that I definitely would have some feelings about that interview. Peter asked him about the podcast that he did a few months back where he made comments about the Americans and the media.
You did a podcast so you did that podcast, and off the back of that, there was a lot of reaction to some of the stuff that you said. But I guess you, as like a representative of World Fitness Project, probably got it in the neck a bit more. It just seemed quite aggressive. Like it seemed like quite an aggressive stance to take.
And he basically throws those people under the bus. What were his words? He was pinched in and he was allured in as if he doesn't control words that come out of his mouth.
I totally agree. I was like a little bit pinched in because if you know Victor, you know that he's a pretty feisty guy and pretty strong-minded, and he's going to be annoying. And he is, but he knows it, and that's how it is. I got a little bit lured into deep talks there, and
Yet he did that podcast with them and then preemptively went and blocked everyone that he talked shit about in it. Hiller, Taylor, Sevan, super shady. But he works with World Fitness Project, so being shady is almost like a prerequisite for working for them. Now, Peter pushes back on the reasoning that he gives for not liking Andrew Hiller, specifically blocking people who are just pointing out bad movement standards.
Who's he? You said that's what he saw. Who's he?
it doesn't matter, do it?
Well, it matters a bit. Like,
There was this Andrew Hiller account, so
if you don't like talking about it, you're going to hate the next couple of minutes.
And then what he said next.
I have something I don't like on your Instagram account. I don't like the alcohol videos where you play that you're drunk and you go back
Why?
and forward. I don't like. It's not my. I don't like them. It's just I don't like that. That's. I see what you want to do. It's not you want to do something fun, but it's just not my kind of humor. I just see the character and I don't want to see that. Next.
He just comes off so arrogant and pompous. Goes on to say how people with big platforms should be using their platform. But as arrogant as he is, he also seems oddly insecure.
I have enough dark clouds in my own life, and so that's how I protect myself.
It took everything I had to have to listen to this podcast. His voice is just like nails on a chalkboard for me, but I support Pedro. Pedro is a good interviewer. So I did watch the whole thing. There is a live chat replay if you want to go back and watch the full episode. Another WFP affiliation just getting dragged on the internet. The Buttery Bros recently put out a video of Tour Stop 2.
Smoothie hits nights in Arizona. It says it's like 100 degrees outside, but it feels so much warmer. I don't know why. It was like, oh, it's a dry heat. It's not that bad. I'm like, Boise's a dry heat, and it just feels hotter here.
Boys, I know the WFP pays the bills and you guys are hustlers, but this league has one more year of life left, max. Without the affiliate community or grassroots authenticity, the WFP is just a fitness showcase put on by some rich person. It's like Live Golf Fitness, just trying to pay everyone off, which is pretty accurate. People asking why they weren't at the games. LOL, no one is talking about it. Why did you give up on following the CrossFit games? I used to love your behind the scenes footage. I guess you guys are in the pockets of this league now. Didn't figure you'd sell out. Someone complains about the lighting in their videos, and the lighting wasn't their fault. They did the best they could with the lighting they were given. It's the typical Buttery Bros content. It's cheesy. You can check that out on their YouTube channel. Now, the next event after Wadapalooza is the Crash Crucible.
The list of athletes is in. If you don't follow the Crash Crucible account, you should. If you have a chance to go to the event, you should 100% go. It is going to be so intense. On the men's side, we're just going to watch Colton Mertens put the smack down. And if you can't make it to Spartanburg, South Carolina on October 17th, 18th, and 19th, you'll be able to watch it streaming live on the Sevan podcast with the best coverage ever. Bill Grundler, John Young. For all you people that want professional broadcasting, this isn't the one for you. This is going to be in your face, seeing pimples on the back, nip slips, all sorts of crazy shit.
Crash announced the prize money for their event on their Instagram page. First place will take home $10,000. Not too shabby. And the athlete roster for the event is posted as well. And I'm liking this roster. Now, Mason Griffin, he competed at the Syndicate Crown this year, and you might remember him from a reel that I made. Now, Mason's brother, Grant, he also competed at Syndicate. He commented on this post and he said, hey, Mason, what are you going to do with the $10,000? And Mason responded with, hopefully take Trista Smith out to dinner, which is quite a way to shoot your shot that publicly. The Barbell Spin posted a screenshot of this and Trista did respond. She said, just curious, what do you drive? And then the Heat One app got involved and Tyler Watkins posted this. Now, from what I'm seeing, she didn't say no. And we are all going to be at Crash next month. While I absolutely think Colton is just going to completely destroy everybody, Mason's got a good run at second place, and that's $2,000. So that should be enough to take Trista out in Spartanburg. Andrew Hiller put out a new video over the weekend titled 6 Peptides You've Never Heard of. He talks about BPC 157, which is the peptide that Taylor Self had admitted to using to help repair his knee so that he could get back to squatting pain-free.
I'm thinking it's weird that I'm the only one in CrossFit to be banned for this, and now along with Taylor Self.
There are many people in and around the CrossFit community, especially masters, that I would argue are on some sort of HRT protocol or using peptides.
With it being that easy, and with the masters at the CrossFit Games looking more jacked than ever, it's very hard to believe that I am the only one sitting on that list for having used that substance.
I don't know, maybe something that needs to be discussed more. I want to leave on this thought. You've all heard the saying, how you do anything is how you do everything. It's catchy, right?
It's like how you do anything is how you do everything.
I hear people saying it a lot lately, and our gym put it on a t-shirt a few years ago before it was so overused like it is now. And so when I see a business owner or a coach post videos of themselves damn near breaking their backs just rounded, and they just, I mean, it is unbelievably cringy. Quality over quantity. And I know people are gonna say, oh, that's so mean. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Well, hey, don't put shit on a public platform and expect no one to have an opinion about it.
That dense bitch?